Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. Your breaker for tonight's show.
Oh my God.
Likes long walks on the beach, candlelight dinners in his Patrick Mahomes jersey,
None are better than this one. The best quarterback in the world.
Oh, there
Patrick
he is.
Mahomes.
and staring at the messy posters over his bed, it's Common and Chev.
Hello and welcome to Ultimate Autographs. Common and Chef here with Alex Tellez. Ready for an awesome 3 p.m. show, Alex. Gonna be so much fun. We got that brand new vault everyone asked for. All the headliners left, 30 boxes left. 12 photo headliners, 5 speed flexes, plus a Hydro Authentic as well. There's 1 box in the new, 1 in the old, the last pairing. By the way, the last box in the old series is the Phil Simms Authentic.
Yes, sir.
You can pair that with the Michael Strahan or the A.J. Brown Speed Flex in the vault break. 1 in 4 still has a 15 and 20 chance at a headliner. 9 and 20 at photoed. The Messi jersey worth $4,000+ retail value still available. 2 speed flexes still left. The dual signed Rams, Bettis and Kyron Williams, and the Russell Wilson. Practice squad, 12 and 21 chance at a headliner. A lot of good stuff on the break page. Cannot wait to get started. How you doing this Wednesday afternoon,
Doing
Alex?
good. Let's attack this break page. Let's get some breaks moving and grooving. Let's get that either of the mixers done, whether it's
Agreed.
the 1 in 4 or it is the mix it up multi-sport. And then the vault. Everyone's been asking for it. Let's get it done. Let's get this pairing done with and have
Move
it wide
on.
open.
By the way, that Mix It Up series, every spot you buy in that break gets you a chance at this Tom Brady Speed Flex opened up at the end of the series.
Yeah, bare minimum, get 1 spot in the series.
Exactly
Just to
right.
give yourself a chance at the Brady. All it takes is 1 spot, as we know.
And the more you buy, by the way, double gets you 2 spots, by the way. But let's just say you buy a bunch in this series. Let's just say you buy a bunch of doubles, bunch of singles. Maybe you have 60 out of 240 spots in the series. You're going to get a 1 in 4 chance at the Brady Speed Flex, for example. Another fire show coming from Common and Alex says Neon Shark. I agree.
What's going on, Tyler and
Let's
Charles?
do it. Tyler and Charles in the house. So Chase Wheelspin's going to be the first 4 break spots into any break we do. Actually, any break this show.
Yes.
Does not even have to close out. So you buy the first 4 break spots. For example, Alex, Vault. You buy the first 4 spots, you're in the wheel spin. 1 in 4 has got to sell out to be the first 4. But for example, right now I'm looking at stuff that are 5 to go. You buy 1 spot of the Mix It Up quad. Well, you're in the Chase wheel spin.
Boom.
You buy 1 spot in, actually 2 spots in the college. You're in the Chase wheel spin. You buy 2 spots in the practice squad. You're in the Chase wheel spin. So you buy 1 spot in the mini. you're in the Chase Wheel Spin. The first 4 spots bought into any breaks.
And you also help out the people that have been sitting there waiting.
Exactly right.
Help out your fellow customers.
The Diamonds, by the way, we have one big time, massive name left in the Diamonds. That would be probably the best receiver in the NFL, Justin Jefferson, on that Rave Authentic. With that beautiful visor, the purple Rave, Jay Jetta's absolutely fantastic Neon Shark. Just an unstoppable receiver, the best in the game, Jay Jetta's.
What I'll also do too is for those couple 4-spot breaks, we'll double the names.
Yes.
It's like the normal of an 8-spot break.
Correct. That's good with me. Let's spin the dice here. Roll that dice. Actually, that was 4 and a 2, wasn't it? I think it was a 4 and a 2, Alex. Do you have the footage?
Let's go to YouTube.
Let's go to YouTube. Actually, I'll go to YouTube as well. I'll pull up our. I think it was a 4 and a 2.
I am VAR.
You are actually. I'll let you do it. You're Mr. VAR. I'll pull it up
you can
just to
still
double
do it
check
so they can see.
so they can see it. But I believe that was 4 and a 2, and I just saw the 2, and I guess I clicked off of it. Let's see what it was.
Is it 4 and a 3?
4 and a 3 was the first one.
show.
4 and a 2. It was 4 and a 2. So
It just
6,
looked like the 4 and the 3.
6 on the dice roll, guys. That was first. That is our dice roll for the show tonight.
Attaboy, Moses Cohen getting into the quad box break for Mix It Up.
There we go. Moses is in the Chase Wheel Spin.
Boom, 4 times.
Attaboy, Moses.
It's a quad.
Making moves here on the break page. Now let's do a tour of the break page. Top to bottom rundown of everything we got going on here at Ultimate Autographs. Starting with that brand new vault. It's been long awaited, long anticipated. We are here, Alex. Every single box is left in the new series. Every single headliner, guys. And I gotta say, that Brock Bowers, man.
Clean.
Look at that thing. It's got that Raiders skull on there. Brock Bowers breaking the rookie record for receiving yards by tight end. That record was Mike Ditka's, which lasted a whole long time, Alex.
Yes, it did.
Mike Ditka, the football player, not the coach. Mike Ditka was coaching in 85. He played, I think, in the 60s, Mike Ditka, primarily. So, tells you how long that record stood. It's a beautiful rip speed flex. One of the hottest young players in the NFL, Brock Bowers. That lid is worth a lot. It's only going to go up in value, Alex, on the Brock Bowers speed flex.
Yeah, he's going to be good for a long time.
Speaking of good for a long time, borderline top 5 receiver in the game. That is the A.J. Brown Rip Speed Flex, AB11. Read a book, catch a touchdown, win the Super Bowl. This guy does it all, Alex. We have this beautiful Michael Strahan Chrome Speed Flex.
Ooh.
One of the best defensive players ever. One of the most well-known football players ever, right? I mean, Good Morning America, the Game Show Network. He's got Fox Football. Everybody knows Michael Strahan. An awesome player, awesome person, awesome helmet. For example, these Chrome Speed Flexes in the ballpark of $1,500, give or take, Alex, obviously. Giant fans, you get the Phil Simms Authentic left in the last box in the old pairing and the Michael Strahan. Walk away with roughly $2,000 in value for less than $200, Alex. Awesome stuff. We're Bear fans. That Brian Urlacher Hydro, super clean. I love the blue ink on there. What does it say? Hall of Fame 2018. One of the best Bears of all time, Brian Urlacher. We do have ourselves 12 photoed headliners total. The only replicas are Warren Moon and Bob Greasy. The rest of these are all authentics or speed flexes. Now we have a Barry Sanders, the Lion King inscribed speed flex, the alternate authentic, maybe the best running back of all time. Mayfield on that rave. We've got a Bo Nix rave. Speaking of awesome quarterbacks, the George Kittle Lunar. Where's James Hamlin?
Yeah.
He's got like $400 worth of gift cards, Alex. James Hamlin. So all of these are left, guys. Come and get the vault break. We did see the Derrick Henry extension, well earned. What, about $15 million in a year, Alex?
Yeah.
2 years.
2 years, 30 mil extension.
Deserves it and then some, Derrick Henry. Diamonds went over this earlier, but we do have the beautiful rave Justin Jefferson still left, guys. Come and get that Jay Jetta's. That is a terrific, terrific lid. Rising in value, right? This is going to go up and up in value. Already around $1,000 in retail value, close to it, Alex. only going up for Jay Jettas. So get your spots in the diamonds. We do have the multi-sport mix it up. Multi-sport mix it up. We have ourselves 21 boxes left. We have 12 total headliners available. 12 total headliners. 9 of them are photoed, Alex. And we got the top 10 quarterback ever, Dan Marino, on the beautiful flash. That's a part of football history. Dan Marino, one of the best quarterbacks ever. A very, very popular name. Obviously an awesome item for anybody's PC. Dan the Man Marino. We have David Ortiz, one of the clutchest baseball players in playoff history, right, Alex? Mm-hmm. Tough to top David Ortiz. Manny Machado, part of that awesome Padre team. One of the best players in the game today, Manny Machado. How about some football authentics?
Here we go.
49ers are a very, very popular team, Alex.
Top 5.
Top 5 popular team, maybe the best franchise in football history. There is a lot of 49er fans out there. 49er fans out there, you get a Steve Young helmet, they will give you a lot of money for it in return. And we have the Jamar Chase STS, that beautiful orange ink for Jamar Chase, the Triple Crown winner last year. Very popular guy, right? His autograph value, again, only going up, Alex, every single day for Jamar Chase. We got the Kevin Garnett basketball. Love that Celtic ball. I mean, I'm not sure that Celtic team, I know Paul Pierce got the finals MVP, but I think the most popular player overall on that team, the most important player, was Kevin Garnett. Offense and defense, and the most willing to sacrifice. He did it all for that Celtic team. We have the monsters of the Midway as well. We got ourselves the Urlacher, Butkus, and Singletary triple sign jersey, 3 Hall of Fame linebackers. And then we do have the Dr. J, Mr. Finger Roll, free throw line dunk, Julius Irving. I love how he's always involved in the dunk contest, Alex.
Oh, yeah.
As well, he should be.
He's got to be.
Speaking of dunks, a guy that got a lot of dunks, Shaquille O'Neal, one of the most dominant basketball players ever, Shaq. Secondary headliners, A.J. Brown, Frank Thomas, and then Pete Rose. So a lot of good stuff there. I'll go ahead and go through my rundown. I'll let Charles, offer up his helmets. You guys work on that amongst yourselves. Again, we're not responsible for trades off air, Alex.
No, we are not.
But Chiefs-Eagles week 2.
Woo!
Is that in Kansas City or in Philadelphia?
I'm going to guess Philly.
Oh, I hope it's in Kansas City. The rematch. We got 4 to go in that mix-it-up quad, by the way, guys. 6 to go in the practice squad. A lot of goodies in here. We got the Drew Brees full-size rep. One of the best quarterbacks of all time. Arrowhead. Thank you, Alex. Marked as a Chiefs W. Ooh. Hashtag revenge. Colin and I will be betting on that game. I know that much. You think the Chiefs will be favored? I'll say Chiefs minus 1.5.
Yeah, they'll be favored. It's at Arrowhead. Probably 1.5.
Something like that.
That's a good one.
We got the Steve Smith Sr. here. 8th all-time in receiving yards, Steve Smith Sr. with Jake Delhomme as his quarterback. How about that? Jake Delhomme, the quarterback. Steve Smith, 8th all-time in receiving yards. We got the J.J. Watt Mini, the Eclipse. Very, very nice mini helmet with that silver ink. One of the best defensive players ever. He might be at that Chiefs-Eagles game because he's with CBS now.
Oh.
Might be at that game doing the pregame prep, J.J. Watt. We do have ourselves so much good stuff in here. One of the best corners of all time, Darrelle Revis on that Rave helmet.
That's right.
That is super duper clean for Darrelle Revis. We do have ourselves still available Aiden Hutchinson. This is a guy that the Lions missed last year. One of the best pass rushers in the game. Going to be a football staple for the next 10, 15 years, Alex. Definitely an autograph you guys ought to get. Mr. Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, it was a big loss for the Lions when he went down. He was their whole entire pass rush.
Yes.
If they would have had him, they probably would have made a deeper run.
They probably would have beat the Commanders.
Lost to the Commanders.
All right.
Yeah, they need defense.
Marshall Faulk, one of the best running backs of my childhood. It was always LT, Peterson, and Faulk. The best of the best. The clean, lunar, authentic for Marshall. in this bootleg practice squad. We got the AFC North double up. I know we got Neon Shark in the chat. Neon Shark, get Ed Reed, Raven fan, right? Tyler Cameron, the best safety I've ever seen, Ed Reed.
Oh, yeah.
And that is a must-have piece of memorabilia. Come and get that Ed Reed authentic with the gold ink too, Alex. That is super clean with that gold ink, Ed Reed. You can pair that with the James Harrison in the double, camo authentic. Without his play in that Super Bowl against the Cardinals, the pick six at the end, I'm not too sure they win that game, Alex. This guy's an X factor, James Harrison. I mentioned Darrelle Revis still out there. Cowboy fans, double up in the NFC East. 1 spot, 2 wins. Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith. Get yourself that double up in that awesome break. No doubt about that. The bootleg practice squad. Speaking of awesome breaks, 1 and 4, mentioned this earlier. 20 boxes left. We got 15 headliners. 15 headliners. Lionel Messi on the awesome autographed licensed jersey. $4,500 retail value for a Lionel Messi jersey. The best soccer player of all time, Lionel Andres Messi. 8 Ballon d'Ors, Alex. Never going to be touched. That mark, 8 Ballon d'Ors for Mr. Messi.
So good.
We got ourselves the Kareem basketball jersey. Look, if Nikola Jokic can't win MVP with what he did this year, voter fatigue, I'm not sure if we ever see 6 MVPs ever again in basketball history.
I feel like the series versus the Thunder is proving it even more for me. Even though the Thunder are up, they're up because of the supporting cast.
Not because of it. I mean, SGA obviously part of it,
very
obviously.
good.
But Jokic looks more valuable watching that series.
Yeah.
We have ourselves the Ric Flair, now the second most championship belts ever because of Cena, which only makes him more popular right now. Only bigger in the news as we speak. Mr. Woo Ric Flair in this 1 and 4.
So we got to build up the woos as we go on. It starts out with a woo.
Woo, woo.
And then the more we bring it up, the louder the woos get.
Right? We do have ourselves the Taylor Swift also available. We do have ourselves the Trae Young on that Hawks basketball. How about these speed flexes? I love this beautiful speed flex. Jerome Bettis and Kyron Williams on the RIP speed flex. Play like a champion today. As good as that vault is, I would argue personally the best helmet in the break room right now is this one, Alex. This is an awesome lid. Notre Dame coming out of it. Jerome Bettis, Kyron Williams, 2 terrific running backs on the dual signed Ram speed flex. We do have the Russell Wilson speed flex. Talk about all of his, awesome career. Seahawks, Broncos, Wisconsin, new chapter with the Giants.
That's right.
But this is a very, very clean helmet right there on Mr. Russell Wilson.
Yeah, you want to pair those both up together.
Yes,
that's
you do.
the dream right there.
Now, we got Manny Ramirez, one of the best hitters of our generation. Indians, Red Sox, an absolute icon. John Smoltz as well, photoed headliner. We have a bunch of secondary headliners. Not even photoed, Alex. Bruce Smith, Aaron Donald, Tatis Jr., Paul Pierce, Allen Iverson, Chuck Norris. 15 and 20 chance at a headliner in the 1 and 4. Went over the multi-sport. How about the college? College is 8 boxes left, 6 headliners left. CeeDee Lamb authentic, Steve Smith Sr. authentic. I absolutely love that Utah Utes lid. That is super duper clean. And then we do have ourselves 4 secondary headliners, including Tim Brown, including LaShawn McCoy, Hines Ward, and a mooning Warren Moon. That is very, very nice.
Yeah, both single and double are 6 spots to go. You get in there, you get into wheel spin.
Exactly right. Jerseys, lower entry point. Brett Favre, Roger Staubach, photo headliners in the last 15 boxes. Mike Singletary, Fred Taylor, secondary headliners. Speaking of ratios, we currently have a 5 in 7 chance at a headliner. Yes, you did not hear that wrong. 5 in 7 chance at a headliner. That includes the champ Bailey, one of the best corners to ever play the game, if not the best. Jim Kelly on the slate. Eric Dickerson, beautiful Hall of Fame 99 inscription, single season rushing record holder. And you can pair that for $50 with the Warren Moon Rave. Get them both. Still got the Aaron Jones as well. 5 in 7 chance at a headliner, guys, in the minis. Mystery box tab. And we have the headliner package, 1 mini, 1 jersey, 1 rep, 1 authentic.
That's right.
$1849.99. You get 4 headliner names. Plus, we have the mini helmets, the jerseys as up as personals, and the rep helmets. Mostly everything left. Bo Jackson, Kurt Warner, J.J. Watt, Warren Moon, A.J. Green. We got Patrick Willis, and then all the Williams. Jameson, Ricky, and also Kyron Williams. All guys that are very explosive with that football in their hands. Come and get those awesome, awesome items right here in the break room, guys. So get your spots. Like we mentioned earlier, Alex, the first 4 spots bought into any break are automatically in the Chase Wheel Spin. So the guys that are in this Mix It Up quad, they're in the Chase Wheel Spin. We have ourselves first 4 spots. So this is a 4-spot break. Obviously, it is not the first 4, only 1 spot taken. But we knock out 2 more spots in the practice squad double. Those 2 guys get to be in the Chase Wheel Spin. We knock out 2 spots in the college. Those guys are in the wheel spin. We knock out 2 in the practice squad. Those are in the wheel spin as well. So 1 to go in the mini to get in the Chase Wheel Spin, Alex. So we are right there.
Yeah, we got Cody Metcalf getting into the practice squad single. So now that's 1 spot to go to get into the wheel spin.
There you go. So, and you guys, obviously a lot of comments in there about Charles Nelson. Let you guys work on that off air. But obviously Charles got to get that account back under control. So he's looking to offload some memorabilia,
right.
Charles Nelson, which makes sense. Does make sense why he's offering at a cheaper price. I would say, Charles, I always say this, Alex, the break room is the best place for any extra cash you have. It's the most fun experience. With that said, if you don't have money, use your money wisely. I've never told people that don't have money to play in our break room. I tell people to play in the break room instead of, gambling at casinos, instead of going on DraftKings, FanDuel, instead of going out with the boys and drinking beers. I think this experience is a lot more fun. The disposable extra money, you got to spend here instead of other places. But if you don't have disposable money, then you probably shouldn't be playing. I'll be honest.
Get yourself a 6-pack of beer. You sit down and you play with us.
Yes.
That's what you do.
And that's what you do.
Yeah, there you go, Moses. Do all of them.
Do all the breaks or all of what? All the breaks, right?
Yeah. Just do it all.
All right.
Do it all in general.
Get it all done here at Ultimate Autographs. Get your spots. Let's party. So, guys, let me know what you want to break. I'll put this in the chat. What would you guys like to break? Gamble, beer, and break room. Well, so, look, if you have the money, you should do it all. I'm just saying it is more smart to play the break room, in my opinion, more fun than those other options, Alex. But if you have the money, you could do it all.
I like Tyler.
As Ted Lasso would say, you do whatever you like. That's true. As long as you're happy and, responsible with your life, do what you can and do all that you want. I want to do some breaks personally, Alex.
Always.
Let's talk about the breaks that I think will go this show.
We're almost halfway on a lot of breaks.
Yes, so we're kind of on the precipice. I do think this quad break in the Mix It Up, we knock out 1 more spot. This will probably go, Alex. I think both practice squads, single and double, are 6 to go. We get the 4, we get halfway there. Those are going down. Actually, only 1 spot to go here to get the 4. We get that single down the 4. The practice squad, I would say, no doubt will happen. I'm actually surprised. The best stuff, obviously, is the 1 and 4, is the vault, but we have 5 and 7 chance at a headliner in the minis. 5 spots to go, guys. We should definitely get a mini done. My favorite item in the room, $4,500 retail value, the Lionel Messi Argentina license jersey. That is hands down my number 1. My number 2 is hands down the Kyron Williams and Jerome Bettis Rip Speed Flex. My number 3, Alex, I got to go with the beautiful Speed Flex Brock Bowers and that new vault. Anything else I'm missing? What would you put as your top items?
Ooh. I mean, anything in the new vault, honestly. The Bowers is sick. I'm high on Brock Bowers. He's going to be probably a top 5 tight end of all time. I don't see why it wouldn't be.
If he keeps going at this
rate. As long as he's healthy.
As long as he keeps going, he will be. No doubt about that.
He could be the best. When you look at it in 10 to 15 years and your kids are buying breaks, you're like, hey, I got Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers.
How about that? So you can't go wrong with that. I think we've slept on the Steve Smith in the college big time.
I agree with
that thing is so sick.
I love that red. Very, very clean for Steve Smith.
It's been sitting there waiting for someone to come and grab it. And then obviously anything in the 1 and 4. The 1 and 4 is so loaded.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised because I know the 1 and 4 is a higher entry point, Alex, but I'm a little surprised in this 1 and 4 just because it is a 4-spot break. You do have a 1 and 4 chance to win for every spot you buy. You don't get better odds than the 1 and 4. That is the best odds to win of our breaks. That and that 4-spot, I guess, diamond break right now.
Yeah.
But it's a 1 and 4 chance to win for every spot you buy. So let me know, guys, what you're thinking. A lot of good options. And yeah, I don't know about Sweat, but maybe. If the Nuggets had SGA instead of Jokic and the Thunder had Jokic, maybe.
The Nuggets would get swept.
Maybe.
If SGA and
maybe.
Jokic got switched, the Nuggets would get
Yeah,
swept.
it's obvious who the MVP is. That's why I always say that record of 6 MVPs for Kareem, people have voter fatigue. They don't like giving it to the same guy. Jokic might deserve 6 MVPs, but he's not going to get 6, Alex. If he can't get this MVP, how the heck is he going to get 6?
I'm also just thinking, I'm sure Giannis could maybe get another one. Luka is still yet to get one. He'll probably get one at some point. Wemby will get a couple in his career. There's just so many people up and coming that
It's called
can get one.
narratives.
Yeah.
Narratives. Messi has 8 Ballon d'Ors. That'll never be touched.
No.
Well, he should have more, by the way. There was
That's
multiple
another thing.
years that Ronaldo won because they wanted to build that rivalry up.
Yep.
There was an year in 2018 where Messi won so many of them, led the world in total assists and goals combined, total dribbles. He was like, I think it was like chances created, like literally every stat, he was first or second in the world, first in most of them. And he finished 5th in voting because they were tired of him winning.
Yeah.
So even in soccer, that happens.
Oh, look at that. Tony Rosati.
What's up, Tony? Long time no see.
Yeah.
Good to have our guy Tony in the break room.
Put up some eyeballs in the chat.
He's a big-time Viking fan. He's also a fan of mini helmets. So I got a perfect one for you, Tony Rosati. We have 7 minis left. We have 5 total headliners, Tony. That includes photoed headliners in the minis that include Warren Moon, Eric Dickerson, Jim Kelly, and Champ Bailey. Perhaps for you as a Viking fan, you might be looking at the secondary headliner, though, Aaron Jones, Alex. So, good to have Tony in the break room, my man. Let us know where you want to head, sir. Our guy, Tony Rosati, here at Ultimate Autographs. Where is he going to make some moves here on that break page?
I'm wondering.
Tony's always making moves. Now, he's a man of moves, a man of action in the break room, Tony Rosati.
Cody Metcalf is as well, getting one spot in that vault pairing.
Data boy, Cody. Now getting that vault pairing started.
There we go. Moses, where you at? Get in that vault pairing.
I know
my guy.
Moses wants that vault pairing badly. Can you blame him, Alex?
No.
I can't blame him. Now that vault pairing is absolutely terrific.
Attaboy, Tony. That's awesome, man.
I quit drinking, got off social media, changing my life. There we go, Tony.
Good for you.
Good for you, man. It's positive steps taken. Good to hear, Tony Rosati. Tony Rosati, by the way, hooked me on to a Facebook page that I now follow.
Oh.
Dad Jokes.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Because I'm Facebook friends with Tony, and I saw one of his posts about this page of dad jokes, and I liked it, and it gets me to chuckle once in a while.
Hey.
Tony Rosati.
Got to chuckle every now and then, right?
So Tony, by the way, I know normally Tony is typically a mini guy, but if he wants to venture into some authentics, we have something for him, that Justin Jefferson Rave Authentic, one of the best receivers in the game. I would say without question the best Viking right now in the NFL.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's close, really, right?
No.
He is that Viking team.
Yeah.
Without him, I think a lot of those quarterbacks would struggle personally,
I mean,
Alex.
he already signed an extension. He's going to go down as the greatest Viking of all time.
Over Moss.
Yeah, I don't think Moss will have played there long enough.
That's probably true. And Peterson didn't play there
And
the
his
whole time
numbers
either.
are right there with Moss. That's
Yeah,
the
they
thing.
are. No, they are, and that's what's scary.
So I think he'll go down as the greatest Viking of
boy.
all time without a doubt. As long as he plays out the rest of his contract. Oh, yeah.
Because Peterson played I mean, he played a decent
Peterson's
amount of
Pe-
years out of
yeah.
Minnesota. I know
Peterson's-
his prime was in Minnesota.
But I'm thinking the Vikings are a good team. They have a good coach. They're a well-run organization right now. He's going to be playing in more playoff games than Peterson did.
I might agree with that.
He's more iconic than he is just because of the gritty stuff and all that. Like, every little kid knows Justin Jefferson and loves Justin
And he's
Jefferson.
in the social media age, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm
which
saying.
helps.
Watch, 10, 15 years, I think easily.
Yeah.
Best
I
Viking
mean,
ever.
I have him as second all-time in receiving yards. Bob says, here's a good dad joke. If two vegetarians are having an argument, are they still having a beef?
Keep the yet.
Keep the yet. I don't get it. If two vegetarians are having an argument, are they still having a beef?
Like beefing like in a fight.
Yes. No, I get that part of it, but keep the yet?
I don't get the keep the yet part.
Unless that's part of what we're talking about, Justin Jefferson. What's the punchline, Bob? Oh, talking about the alcohol. Haven't touched alcohol in 2025 yet. Okay. So that's
Yet.
not the joke. So what's
get
the
it.
answer to the joke? Are they still having a beef? They are having a beef. Yes. Because they are having a beef because they're arguing. That's a beef. So yes, Bob. That one went in over my head, but I get it now,
I think
Bob.
he was just responding to Tony after
Yes,
that.
he
And then we
was.
got
Beef vegetarian. Okay. Well, good job, Tony. Great job sticking with your guns here in 2025, my man. So who wants to enter a break? Who wants to get in a break? Let me put this in the chat. Over your heads. Oh, well, I tried, Bob. I got it now, Alex.
Bob, you got to be focused on Game 5 right now. Knicks Celtics. Come on.
3-1 is a pretty good lead.
It is a good lead,
With
but
the
it's
best
possible.
star
It's
out.
with the Celtics having 2 home games, anything is possible. I don't think it'll happen, but it's possible.
Celtics and anything is possible, you say. I say Kevin Garnett. Anything is possible.
Threw the
Got
lob,
that beautiful
slammed it down.
autographed basketball. I mean, I was speaking of Kevin Garnett in the Celtics and Knicks series. Let's just say the series started from scratch. It was the best of 7, and the Celtics were without Tatum. They would still be favored in this series, right?
Yeah. They
So-
were minus 700 or 800 going into the series.
Yes.
You lose Tatum, and they're still even favored tonight.
So if they win game 5...
They got to close it out at home. You don't want to go back to Boston for Game 7.
If game 7 goes to Boston,
It's 50-50.
now they gave away game 2, I think. They kind of gave away the first 2 games, actually.
Boston gave away the first 2 games.
They gave away the first 2 games.
You could say the Knicks came back and won them.
They gave it away.
I think Boston gave them away. A
Yes.
mixture of both. But
yes.
you miss that many shots, you're kind of losing the game.
So we'll see what happens. Need some championship leadership, like a Kevin Garnett, like a Steve Young, like a Shaq, like a David Ortiz. Champions of the sports world.
Tony, my hot take is they're winning it all.
T-Wolves. Yeah, T-Wolves look good, Tony.
Anthony Edwards. face of the
Aided
league.
by, obviously, no Steph Curry, but Minnesota's doing what you can do. Taking care of business, Alex, right? You're giving a break, you take care of the break. You don't let that break go to waste, I put for sure.
Oh, we got Bowers, Chris.
Chris, where you
got
been,
Bowers.
Chris? Any Crosby or Bowers? We have arguably, I'm going to say the second best Bowers helmet we've ever had, because there is one specific Bowers helmet we had that was ridiculous, Alex. But I'm going to say arguably a top 2 Brock Bowers helmet in break room history, Chris. And I'll be completely honest, Chris, we do not get Brock Bowers all that often. On top of Brock Bowers,
Most of the time he's available in a high roller or a speed flex series, not a vault.
now I'm guessing Chris is a fan of the Raiders. We got a Bo Jackson Speedflex as well.
Whoa, gosh.
Chris,
We got to get through this pairing.
the vault is 186 a spot. They're all autographed. Our company name is Ultimate Autographs. Every single item we offer in our break room, every single item, Alex,
Is autographed.
Is autographed.
And certed.
Is certified, authenticated. That lid is worth north of $1,500. Prices for Chris, maybe $1,500, give or take. Could be a little less, a little more, Alex. But for him, it's priceless.
Oh, yeah.
Get it for 186, my man. I'll drop the link. It's a 1 in 8 chance to win for every spot you buy. It's not guaranteed. You are not guaranteed the AFC West, and you are not guaranteed the
A win.
Brock Bowers. Live drawing, not a guaranteed item a 1 in 8 chance. You buy 4 spots, though, you would have a 4 in 8 chance or a 50% chance to win. This is the double box break. 2 boxes come out. We have 1 in the old series, which is a Phil Simms Authentic. And then we have all of these, the new one.
As soon as those slots say 0 sold out, we open the boxes.
Yes, Chris. So we're live at 9, 12, 3, and 6 p.m. Central Time every single day here at Ultimate Autographs. Every single day. 9, 12, 3, and 6 every single day.
All right.
So the breaks happen when they fill up.
John Sutter getting into the minis, and now he is also in the Chase wheel spin, just like that.
That boy, John. First 4 spots into any break today are entered into the Chase wheel spin. Great job, my man. Great job jumping in and getting your spots.
Yeah, as soon as any break sells out in our break room, we open the boxes. You know, if we have multiple selling out at once, it goes out in chronological order.
Yeah, so I would say this vault will likely happen in this show, but if it does not happen this show, it would happen in the 6 p.m. show most likely.
Yeah, so when a fresh new series starts, it's a 30-box series, you cannot just straight up buy the helmet.
Correct.
If you call the right box and it happens to come out, you can win it. It could be in the first box, could be in the last box.
Yes, we are a live break room, not a sales retail store. So these items that you see in here, we run divisional breaks. It's NFL 8-spot divisional breaks for the most part. We have a couple exceptions, but I'll give them the normal lowdown we do.
Yep.
So NFC North, if you land in the NFC North, the Barry Sanders comes out, you win. NFC South, for example, you would win a Baker Mayfield if you get the South. If the Mayfield helmet comes out and you're not in the South, you don't win, for example. So you cannot win the helmet outright. It's a little bit more fun, the breaks, Chris. Nothing is guaranteed in the break room except for some awesome autographed helmets and, memorabilia here at UA. So you cannot buy the helmet, unfortunately. But the more spots you buy, the better odds you have at winning the Brock Bowers helmet. I can't remember ever having a break, though, with 2 Raider Speed Flexes in the same break.
No, neither can I.
So that is almost like a must-have in this break room, a must-have for Chris.
What's that? Bo Nix is out there on the rave, which is really nice.
AFC West in general is a really, really hot spot in that series. Got 3 AFC West photoed headliners. We got a few NFC West, Kittle and Moon. NFC East, Strahan and A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
Brian Urlacher Hydro with the Barry Sanders Speed Flex. So this break is at 7 to go.
Oh, yeah.
We knock out a couple more spots, put it at 4 to go. The break will take off. No doubt about that. So think of it this way. There's 30 boxes. We know at least of 2 Raiders that are guaranteed in this series, Alex. What's great, too, about the break room, too, Chris, is if you don't win a Raider helmet, you win something, someone else in this break room will trade with you, right? Got a great trade community here at Ultimate Autographs.
Yeah, and eventually, once we open up that fresh new series fully on its own without the pairing, you can win it for 93 a spot, not even 186 if you just want 1. So, I mean, the 186 is a double box break. That means 2 helmets are coming out.
And a lot of these helmets in these series are worth north of $700, $800, $900. Some of these custom Speed Flexes are worth $1,500 or more, Alex. So I know it's not a guarantee, but you win these lids for 186, 93. You win a lot of profit.
Yeah.
A lot of profit in this break room. No doubt about that. It is based on chance. There's no guarantees except for a good time, Alex, I would say.
Nothing's guaranteed in life.
Nothing is guaranteed in life. So except for knocking out the mini break, I would say. Ladd McConkey was worth around $1,500 last week, he says. Neon Shark. Yeah, Ladd McConkey, terrific young receiver.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt about that. So Brock Bowers, though, I would say is better. All due respect to Ladd McConkey, Brock Bowers is better, Alex. There's a lot of guys in here that are better. I think Jamar Chase, A.J. Brown, Barry Sanders. A lot of really, really good hits in that vault break.
Oh, it's loaded.
So every single box is left. Every single headliner is left, guys, in the vault.
We've seen in Series 2, sometimes the best helmet will come out in the first box.
Happened in the 1 and 4, Mahomes.
Can happen at any time. That's the beauty of what we do here. Every box is available all the time.
That Messi jersey, by the way, for the new guys out there, we have the Lionel Messi licensed jersey for Argentina. Retail value about $4,500, Alex. So very cool.
Bauer's 100% the best tight end of his. The wide receiver is still up for debate. There's a lot of good receivers from this last class. Because Brian Thomas Jr. probably had the most impressive season statistically.
I think Malik Neighbors is the best for me.
That's what I would say. Malik Neighbors is probably the best. I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. is still really good.
I'm hoping Rome Odunze ends. He played good the second half of the year.
Yeah.
So we'll see about Rome here in Chicago.
Rome is still good. Marvin Harrison Jr., Ladd McConkey.
Speaking of receivers, we have the two best receivers, not just of this last draft class, the two best receivers in all of the NFL in the break room.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase, Mr. Triple Crown, on that salute to service Bengal authentic with the orange ink. That is super duper clean for Mr. Chase. We do have also in the diamonds Justin Jefferson on the Rave authentic. And actually, arguably, Alex, the third best receiver in the NFL, I would argue, is CeeDee Lamb, and he's in the college break. Yeah. So you guys want to talk about receivers? Why talk about the best youngsters when we can talk about the best receivers, period, in the league? And they're all in the break room. The top three receivers in the NFL, all available in the break room as we speak. And you want to talk about historic receivers? Got a lot of legends in the break room in that practice squad. Michael Irvin, Hall of Fame receiver. Steve Smith Sr. is 8th all-time in receiving yards. He's not yet in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, but he should be, Alex.
He should be.
But he should be. And he will be very, very soon, Steve Smith. So, 30 of you guys watching. Let's get those spots. Again, first 4 spots into any break are in the Chase Wheel Spin today. So we are knocking on that door. We knock out 2 more in the practice squad double. You guys get to be in the Chase Wheel Spin. 2 more in the college. You're in the Chase Wheel Spin. 1 more in the practice squad single. You're in the Chase Wheel Spin. And then the guys are already in the Chase Wheel Spin for getting the minis done. But 5 and 7 chance at a headliner in those minis. So 30 of you guys watching, got to imagine some of you guys want to see some breaks.
That's right.
I know John Sutter, Cody Metcalf, Moses Cohen, they're hungry for breaks. Who's going to join these guys? What do you want to see, Alex? I mean, the Messi jersey, did we say is what we want to see most?
It's got to be the Messi jersey.
It's got to be. Let me pull this up.
We've had Messi only a handful of times in the break. No more than 5, I would say, right?
No more than 5.
And is this the first time on a licensed jersey? I know we had him on a custom before. I want to say a soccer ball once or twice.
I think it might be the second. The first time Argentina licensed jersey.
Yep.
We had him a while back the first time on a Barca licensed jersey.
Yeah.
Now here's the Argentina licensed jersey, which, in case you're not familiar with Lionel Messi, first off, familiarize yourself. It's the greatest athlete arguably in the history of sports. $4,500 retail value. That is better than a Brady, Alex. Given that he doesn't sign as often, given that he's a soccer player, worldwide, bigger acclaim, better than a Tom Brady, Lionel Messi on the licensed jersey. So that is one I cannot wait to see, guys. Now let's see that Messi licensed jersey this show. Why wait till tomorrow when we can see it right now? $4,500 retail value. You get it for $204 in the single. Now, yes, online you might get it for a little bit cheaper, but you're not going to get it cheaper for than $204. So 20 boxes left. Let's see that Messi jersey in the break room this show. As a diehard Messi fan, I do not want to miss out on this awesome, awesome jersey. Lionel Andres Messi, the soccer GOAT. So who's going to jump in these breaks? Who wants to see Messi? Who wants to see all the heat? We're going to about 5 o'clock, guys, 3:45. About another hour or so of break-in if you guys want to keep the party going here at Ultimate Autographs. Otherwise, the 6 p.m. crew picks it up. But I want to get some boxes done. Get that momentum moving. Once we open up a couple of boxes, the floodgates open up here in the Ultimate Autographs live break room. Couple boxes, and we are off and running here at UA. So, Neon Shark is ready. Is Chris ready? Chris isn't in yet, is he? I don't think I've seen him in. Chris is the new guy. Maybe he jumps in for that Bowers here soon, Alex. Our guy, Chris.
Got Sean Blasco coming in. Let's see what he got. 4 in the practice squad single. So I think we're 1 to go in
So
that
he'll be in the
practice
Chase
squad.
Wheel Spin, is what you're telling me.
He got 1 spot in the Chase Wheel Spin. He doesn't get all 4 of those. It's only the first 4 spots.
Sean is the Bucks fan, right? Sean Blasco, Buccaneer Nation. Warren Sapp, secondary headliner. Do I dare say Sean maybe get in that vault pairing? Baker Mayfield, speaking of Bucks. We got Baker Mayfield in this vault series. I said this the other day, Alex. In my humble opinion, the toughest player in the NFL right now. Baker Mayfield.
Ooh, I like it.
Toughest player in the game today. Just ask Bosa and how we carried him forward. One tough son of a gun. Seeing the Messi jersey is common opening a gift in Christmas morning. If Common does not see the Messi jersey, it's like Colin taking all the Theismann stories from Common. And worse. Worse than that, man.
Because then they'll take a picture and send it to him.
Oh, that'd be worse. And can you imagine if, for some odd reason, I'm not the guy that pulls this jersey? Dom pulls it tonight, or tomorrow morning.
It tends to happen.
Robbie pulls it.
Because what? This is the 3rd or 4th time we've had Messi.
I pulled one Messi.
You pulled 1.
One, a soccer
I think
ball.
we had him. I know the first time we had him, you said it was the Barca jersey, right?
Yes,
And you
Steven
did
got
not
the
pull him.
the honors.
So this is the 3rd or 4th time we've had him, and you've only pulled him once.
Disappointing. Disappointing, man.
Would you rather pull him 2 on Argentina or Barca?
That's a hard one to say.
Because you do love Barca.
That's a great question, Alex.
Can't go wrong with either.
Can't go wrong with either.
But after winning the World Cup, after winning the World Cup now,
I'll put it this way. The Argentina one, maybe because of the World Cup. Just because
he finally got over the hump.
he finally got over the hump, got that World Cup, and he's been with Argentina for longer.
Yeah.
Barcelona's such a big part of his story, but Argentina is where he's always been. Now he's played for PSG. Now he's played with Inter Miami. Had he played with Barca his whole life, I would actually answer it differently.
Yeah.
But I'll go Argentina. Brian knows what it means to me, man.
What's the colors are better?
The color, the sky blue and white with that sun, Albi Celeste. That jersey is perfect for Lionel Andres Messi. Perfect looking jersey for the greatest soccer player of all time.
It matches your Messi.
It does.
He's got the Argentina jersey, right?
My dog, yeah.
There it
I
is.
have that same jersey, but it doesn't fit me anymore. Too much weight gain, Alex. It's not autographed, though. I have just a licensed version of it, not autographed. But Brian Maresca is not wrong. That would definitely be me kind of going crazy over that Messi jersey. That's the way I would feel about that Messi jersey.
Wanted to go in that practice squad break, though, guys. Bunch of authentics in there. You
Yeah.
can win for under $50.
$49 a spot. One of my favorite receivers of all time, Steve Smith Sr. He was always my Madden receiver. I would get T.O. or Moss, and then Steve Smith as my number 2, although he was a number 1, 8th all time in receiving yards, Alex. You get that for $49. Iconic. Ed Reed, my favorite safety growing up. The best safety I've seen. Marshall Faulk, one of my favorite running backs as a kid. Drew Brees. Drew Brees was an icon, man. 10 playoff wins for the Saints. He was the quarterback for 9 of them.
How about that?
Second all-time in pass yards and pass touchdowns, the great Drew Brees. Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, the iconic Cowboy star. The triplets, 2 of the 3 available in this practice squad. Again, for $49, Alex. 1 spot to go. Who's going to get the last spot? We have all the headliners left except for Jordan Love and Puka Nacua. Everything else is left. Now, everything else is left in the bootleg practice squad.
If you look at that Puka, too, I believe he's signing with his new number. Because he gave up 17 for Devontae Adams.
I didn't catch that. Is that 12, right?
12, I believe, yeah.
12 for Puka. I love when they put the numbers on there, right? Like
Yeah,
Drew
they
Brees
should.
has the 9 on there.
James Harrison, Darrell Reeves,
92.
Marshall Faulk.
Marshall Faulk is 28. I love when they put the numbers on there, guys.
J.J. Watt's got it. Jordan Love. I think
99?
Ed Reed and Hutch are the only ones that don't.
In this series, that's kind of interesting. Call it the number series.
Yeah.
So, one spot to go, guys, in that single.
Close. Joshua George.
What's up, Josh? Joshua George coming in here. Practice squad single. Go ahead and drop me a box number. Let's party. Let's party in the practice squad. Party like a rock. Party like a rock star. Practice squad star, Alex.
There we go.
15. Thank you, Sean. Sean says, forget the photo headliners. Give me that secondary headliner. Give me that Warren Sapp in the break room. Michael McNamara, Cody Metcalf, Sean Blasco, and Joshua George. Good luck, guys. 6 times on the way here in the practice squad. This is our first break of the show. Probably the first of many breaks to show, Alex, if I had to guess, with how good this practice squad series is. So 6 times on the way. Got plenty of eyeballs, plenty of people on the website, plenty of reasons to play. Let me reload this. This is having some issues loading. Let me reload this practice squad break. All right, guys, 6 times on the way. 4, 5, and 6. Sean's got the NFC South, which he wants, Alex. Sean has the NFC North, NFC South, NFC East. Joshua George has the NFC West. Sean has the AFC North. Michael McNamara, AFC South and East. And Cody Metcalf in the AFC West. Good luck, folks. 15 of 30. That's bootleg. QB question mark, says Tyler. Okay. Did I not copy and paste those names? Nope. I must not have copied and pasted them, guys. Here they're after 6 clicks. Let me copy and paste that. I thought I did. Maybe it didn't click. There are your divisions the way they look as they looked after 6 clicks here. A quarterback would be nice. Drew Brees.
Yeah, sure.
Wouldn't that be nice for a practice squad break? I know it's a rep, but it's Drew Brees, Alex. It is Drew Brees. It's an awesome, awesome get for sure.
You see disrespected.
You know what it's called? It's called Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. There's Drew Brees.
Sean.
A full-size replica. Second all-time in passing yards. Second all-time in passing touchdowns. One of the greatest quarterbacks ever, Sean Blasco. He's a Buccaneer fan. Gets the rival team, but worth it, Alex.
Dang.
Drew Brees. There we go, Mr. Blasco. Blasting off with the Drew Brees rep. That is very, very nice. All right, Sean. 246 704 on the order number, Drew Brees. So, I mean, I mentioned 12 and 21 chance at a headliner, Alex. It's now 11 and 20. It's still better than a 50% chance at a headliner. Those odds are really good. The odds are really, really good, guys, at getting your headliners in that practice squad.
I mean, without a doubt, Drew Brees is a top 10 quarterback of all time. Bare minimum, probably pushing more the top 5, but he's top 10 all time regardless.
I've got guys ahead of him: Brady, Manning, Montana, Mahomes, and maybe Rodgers. Like, he's 5 or 6 for me. It's between him and Rodgers for my 5 spot.
Yeah.
The Bears fan in me wants to bump Brees in there. I
slightly have Rodgers ahead of him by like a smidge.
Yeah.
But they're both pretty good.
They're both amazing.
I got Rodgers over Marino personally.
I do have Rodgers over Marino too. I have Marino probably in my number 7 or 8, actually.
Yeah.
I would probably put my 7th and 8th best quarterbacks ever.
I got Favre and Marino.
I actually have Marino and Young, then I have Favre. I have Favre as 9, because Steve Young, I think Steve Young to me is the most underrated quarterback of all time. He was number 1 in passer rating when he got done playing, Alex. No one had a better passer rating ever. He was always up there in completion percentage, yardage. He was a great runner, took care of the ball. Steve Young was a perfect quarterback. Now, he's my number 8 all time, Steve Young.
Because he's number 8.
He's number 8, yeah. And I love lefty quarterbacks. Number 8's my number. I love Steve Young.
See, anything Rodgers does the rest of his career, I'm not going to count against him. He is 40-something years old.
He's done enough.
He's done enough. Whatever happens with him now, I'm not going to be like, oh, well, you were bad now because you're 40.
Yeah, I wouldn't really count that against him either. And I'm not a Rodgers fan. I know Tyler is saying Rodgers goes to the Steelers. AFC North going to bounce him out of the top 10 quarterback of all time. I think he's probably solidified himself because doesn't he have 4 MVPs?
He's got 4 MVPs.
That's the second most ever, Alex.
Yeah.
He's got
and
the
he's
best
got a Super Bowl still.
quarterback rating, touchdown to pick ratio.
Oh, the touchdown to pick ratio isn't even close.
I think he's got his top 10 solidified. Now, I agree with you. I wouldn't put too much stock in later in his career, but given that we both have him right on the edge of the top 5, it's possible we get kicked out of the top 5, but not the top 10.
I feel like once an athlete gets past 35, because you're getting late into your career, you've played double-digit years in any sport at that point. I'm not going to count anything against you. I think you can only improve. I don't think you can, get worse all time.
34, 35-year-old Messi was out there winning the World Cup.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, John Elway won late in his career even though he wasn't at his best.
Sure.
That's only going to benefit him. I don't think you get hurt once you get past 35. For me,
I'm with you. I agree.
Because you're just proving longevity at that point.
So Marino and Steve Young for $59.
Yeah.
Top 10 quarterbacks of all time in this multi-sport are really good. Clapping Cheeks dropping some memorabilia he's got in the chat as well. Get your spots, guys. Get your spots. Get these helmets. $236, by the way, in the quad break for the Mix It Up. You get these authentic helmets plus 2 or 3 others, Alex. Holy moly.
Well, plus you're named 4 times into the giant wheel spin for Tom Brady.
Exactly right.
That's a Rip Speed Flex, guys. That's like the most valuable helmet you can get. It's a Rip Speed Flex.
Over $3,000.
Yeah.
With the TB12 logo.
So nice.
I know it's at the end of the series, but you got to have a chance at the Brady.
Yeah.
I would get your spots. Get a chance at this Brady Speed Flex, which will open up. Could be tonight, could be tomorrow, could be the next day. Whenever the series ends, we open up this awesome Tom Brady lid here in the break room.
I know there was one time, because I remember specifically because I couldn't enter all the names incorrectly and I had to redo it.
I remember that too.
Whoever won that had 1 spot in that entire thing.
Wasn't it Julia? It might have been something else that Julia had 1 spot.
Yeah, I want to say it might have been like Michael Convey or
maybe
someone like that. They literally had 1 spot in the entire thing. It was 240 names and they had 1 spot in 1.
Yeah. All it takes is 1 to win, guys. All it takes is 1 lone spot to win, and your fortunes change just like that in this break room. Now, 1 lone spot.
Yeah.
34 of you guys watching. So I'm going to drop some links in the chat. First off, here's our Ultimate Autographs live break page link. Here's where all the magic happens. I'll drop some links of breaks I think we can do this show. I'll start with the mini double. It's a 5 in 7 chance at a headliner, guys. 4 spots to go. Mini double, 5 in 7 chance. If I could type here, 5 in 7 chance at a headliner, Alex. This is a no-brainer. Oh, yeah. You can actually get for $50, Alex. Get the NFC West. You get Warren Moon, and then you get yourself Eric Dickerson.
What's going
in
on,
that
Brian?
double up. What's up, Brian Clay?
Need some old guys back in here.
Yeah.
Some vets.
So
what are you looking for?
That break will happen, Alex. I'm going to say, I'm going to believe that this will happen. The practice squad double, 6 to go.
Me and Common are about to drop the Ted Lasso Believe sign in here soon.
Yes, we are.
Might have to. And just keep slapping it.
Practice squad double, 6 spots to go. What's going on, Brian Clay? Been a hot minute or two. Here's that practice squad double. That one is 6 to go. And I want to get a 1 in 4 done this show. I'm not going to say we're going to do 15 or 20 like we often do, Alex. But I'm going to say one of these will happen this show. 1 in 4 single, 4 spots left. Get you in the wheel spin if that closes, by the way. Since it's the first 4 spots into any break, get in that chase wheel spin this afternoon. So 4 o'clock, usually around the 4 o'clock hour, things really heat up, Alex, right? It's usually 4 o'clock on these 3 p.m. shows. Guys are getting home from work around 4:30, and they start ordering, and then the whole show takes off. That's usually how it works here in the break room. Everything really takes off around this time for sure. You got that believe sign ready,
Oh,
huh?
I'm gonna get it ready.
Okay, Alex will get that believe sign ready for all the Ted Lasso fans. I did give Colin the stuff, Brian. Honestly, my man, I'm game to wear a hat. They don't make Brett Favre jerseys in 4XL that I could find, Brian. But I can wear some sort of Packer stuff for you if you would like, sir. I just haven't seen you in the break room. But I did definitely give the face paint for sure. Neon Shark got us in that Ted Lasso mood. You're welcome, Neon Shark. You're our guy. Appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you. I honestly forgot about Brian's thing. It was if the Chiefs lost, I would wear a Packer jersey, but then I couldn't find a Packer jersey and I forgot. I paid off on the Colin part of the bet. But I can wear something Packers.
You can do it on a Thursday or Friday with you and Dom.
I couldn't find the custom jerseys, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to pay hundreds of dollars for a licensed jersey for Brett Favre. So I'll probably get a Packer hat I could wear, Brian Clay, though. Originally, it was supposed to be, a player on the Eagles, which I would accept a lot more over the Packers. But I could get something Packer on the show, Brian, for you, my man, if you tune in. No doubt about that. I am a man of my word. Question is, are you guys looking to get stuff done this show? Single season rushing record holder, Eric Dickerson. Hall of Fame 99 inscription, plus the Warren Moon rave for $50 in those minis. That is highway robbery, if you ask me, in those mini helmets. And then, of course, we worked so hard to get this Vol pairing up. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. But next time we ask for a pairing, we're probably not going to do it unless this vault starts moving, because a lot of folks ask for the vault pairing, and we've knocked out one spot. You guys can get for $186, guys. $186. You get a Chrome Speedflex Michael Strahan, and you also get yourself the A.J. Brown. Alex has the sign. We'll put it up in a second. A.J. Brown or Michael Strahan, and you pair that, Alex, with the authentic left Phil Simms in the old series. How does that sound for a double up? I would say
sounds pretty good.
Pretty good to me. Pretty good to me on that double up option in the vault. All the headliners left too, Alex. Not a single headliner is gone. It's a 12 and 30 chance at a photoed headliner. You add in the secondary headliners, 15 and 30 chance, and you add the 5 vault keys, it's a 20 and 30 chance at a headliner, a secondary headliner, or a vault key. And in the old series, it's 100% chance at a headliner, secondary Phil Simms. So $186. You get the Phil Simms plus the Strahan, looking at around $2,000, give or take in value, Alex, just like that.
What are we doing?
So that vault break should be sold out.
Or the Phil Simms and the A.J. Brown.
Yeah, Phil Simms, A.J. Brown is a double up too, guys. Let's get it done. Here's that believe sign. Alex believes.
I believe.
I like that.
I believe.
Now, you're not going to do the Nate and rip it up, are you?
No. I saw that. I could have printed that out.
You don't want that.
We're not doing that.
You don't want that version of the Nate. Oh, hold on. I forgot to close this here. So, I know there's 31 people watching. I love chatting with the customers, Alex, but I am a believer in that song I love in Mulan. Let's get down to business. I want to do some breaks.
Yeah, of course.
That's what I want to see from you guys. The more breaks we do, the more fun we have. And really, it's a tag team thing. 31 people watching. 5 or 6 of them have to order, Alex, and these breaks happen just like that. I just need a couple of you guys to make those moves, and these breaks, go just like that. The floodgates open up. All it takes is one person to get in that vault, put it at 6 to go. Everyone else is going to hop in there, believe that it'll sell out, and we get that vault done. So we have, in my opinion, where do you land on the best running backs ever debate, Alex? Because I got Barry Sanders. I'm a Walter Payton fan. I'm a Bears fan. But my running back GOAT is Barry Sanders.
Based on highlights, based on what a majority, I feel like, of people say, I didn't get to watch him, sadly, but Barry Sanders has to be number one.
It's hard not to put Barry Sanders number one.
I've seen arguments made for Jim Brown because, I mean, even Barry Sanders loves Jim Brown. It's kind of between those two. And then Walter Payton, I feel like, is a solid third.
A very solid third. It's just that Barry Sanders didn't have the guys that, like, Walter Payton had the offensive line, Jim Brown had the offensive line. They were on, simply put, better football teams than Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders was the football team. Now, you get the greatest running back of all time for $186, and that is robbery, in my opinion, Alex.
Yeah, I go between LT and Adrian Peterson for the best running backs of this century that we're currently in, since 2000.
Yeah, LT is also really good.
We get him plenty.
Barry Sanders has a little bit of that speed and that juke move. Some of that, like, stuff that's just, like, hard to teach, Mr. Barry Sanders. We get a lot of LT in the break room, too, though. Well, Danian Tomlinson most definitely is in that running, in my opinion, Alex. LT has to be in that running. He's an absolute icon, LaDainian Tomlinson. Peyton, Sanders, and TD, says Brian Clay.
Terrell Davis at his peak. It wasn't a long peak, but for his peak, amazing.
And obviously, Brian's a Bronco fan, so obviously you're going to go with the team you like. But according to at least what I think, we have the greatest running back of all time in this series. When it's all said and done, we might have 2 top 5 tight ends ever in George Kittle and Brock Bowers.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
Michael Strahan, borderline top 5 pass rusher of all time.
Still got the single season sack record.
Yeah,
He's
he does.
But he's got it still.
He's got it, Michael Strahan.
I mean,
he does not want his sack back.
A.J. Brown will be the best Eagles receiver of all time.
Easily. Like, I don't think it's close.
No, the only one that'll be made for an argument is Devontae Smith if he stays there longer. But that's it.
And that's his teammate.
But A.J. Brown is still better than him.
Yes, I agree, Alex.
So, I mean, we got that. We got probably the best Bear this century, Brian Urlacher. As of right now.
I put him a close second. I like Hester, but that's just me. It's hard.
Yeah, but
it's hard.
I still think at the end of the day, Urlacher is just more impactful.
Well, he plays more. Yeah,
that's why.
Hester's the most dominant at
it's like
spot.
It's like the difference between a starting pitcher or like a full-time player and a DH.
What's the difference between a quarterback and a running back? If they're close, like, for example, I'm talking about who's the best player to never win a Super Bowl.
Dan Marino.
Well, Barry Sanders is more dominant than Dan Marino at his spot, but Dan Marino is a quarterback.
Yep.
So that Sanders helmet looks amazing. That Bo Nix is 6 is Brian Clay. Yeah, got some 6 stuff in here, guys.
3 to go in the minis. Great odds in there, too.
Who got in the minis break?
We got Michael L.
Who's Michael L? Lepre?
Yes.
Longtime customers back in the break room. Michael Lepre. Michael Lepre was a customer when I first started working here, Alex.
How about that?
So, long time
Love to see it.
Customer back in the breaks here. Good to have you, Michael Lepre, in the break room.
Yeah, Barry Sanders, too, has a Lion King on there. He's, without a doubt, the greatest lion. It goes him and then probably Megatron.
I go Mufasa 1, but that's just me, Alex. I put Mufasa number 1, then Barry Sanders, then I go Simba, then I go Megatron.
Okay.
But,
on the Mount Rushmore.
The Mount Rushmore of lions.
There we go.
A guy that could get on the Mount Rushmore.
You don't like Alex the Lion, Madagascar?
Not as much.
Oh.
Respect, but not as much. Sorry, Alex. A guy that could get on the Mount Rushmore of lions one day, Aiden Hutchinson.
There we go.
Aiden Hutchinson could get on that Mount Rushmore of Detroit Lions. The guy is special, one of the best pass rushers in the NFL, and still super young, Aiden Hutchinson, by the way, guys.
We're also 2 to go in the Diamond 4-spot single.
Ooh.
Halfway there.
Speaking of best, Justin Jefferson, the best receiver in the game. What's left in the 1 and 4? Well, it's kind of crazy, Brian.
A lot.
I almost can't believe this. Truly, almost everything is left in this series. We have still left the Ric Flair belt, one of the best wrestlers of all time. Woo! On Ric Flair. We have the Messi jersey, which again, retail value $4,500. Just saying, guys. Taylor Swift on that album. T Swift in the house. We got the Kareem license jersey. The 6-time league MVP, more than Jordan, by the way, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We have the Trae Young basketball, the Manny Ramirez bat, the John Smoltz bat, some good baseball stuff in here. We have probably the coolest helmet in the break room. The Jerome Bettis and Kyron Williams ripped Speed Flex, half Notre Dame, half Rams, all out beautiful, in my opinion, on that Speed Flex, guys. We do have the Russell Wilson. This is for Brian. Russell Wilson Bronco, Seahawk, and Wisconsin Badger. It's kind of like a quad ripped, actually. I thought of it as triple ripped, but then I went ahead and kind of paid closer attention because of Ricky brought it up to me. There's the old school Seattle logo and the new school.
That's right.
On that one. So that's an awesome, awesome Speed Flex. Danger Russ here in the break room. We have 6 secondary headliners: Aaron Donald, Bruce Smith, Tatis Jr., Paul Pierce, Allen Iverson, Chuck Norris. Total, it's a 15 and 20 chance at a headliner in the 1 and 4. The Tyson Holyfield got pulled last night, and that one is not left, unfortunately. But that was an awesome, awesome boxing glove pulled last night.
I was saying, would it have been cool if there was a bite taken out of it?
There was an ear, I thought, but it didn't show up in the box, Alex. 2 spots to go in the diamond single here. What do you think about J.J. McCarthy this year with Jefferson? Do you think J.J. McCarthy will have a big year? Where do you land on Mr. McCarthy?
I think he'll have a similar year to like a Bo Nix last
Bo
year.
Nix,
I
okay.
feel like that makes sense. You know, they should be a playoff team. They won, 14 games last year. He's not that much worse than Sam Darnold, you would think, to where, they're dropping 5-6 games. I don't see that.
Yeah, I think they're a wild card team.
They should be a wild card team, but I mean, he's got the weapons, he's got the coaching. It's all there for him. It's just, is he going to take it?
Well, I mean, a young quarterback needs a really good coach and a really good wide receiver, and I would argue that he's got both.
Exactly.
He's got a great head coach, got a great receiver. Justin Jefferson will be in a great spot to make J.J. McCarthy look really good next year.
It'll really depend, too, how he's coming back from his injury. Did tear his meniscus, I think it was, last year. Let's see how he truly is going to be.
Yeah, I just think this dude right here, Justin Jefferson,
so good.
And makes any quarterback's job easier. He gets open, he makes plays. He's Justin Jefferson, man, on that beautiful Rave Authentic. Now, 6 boxes left, 1 in 6 chance. The next box is Jay Jetta's. Now, those are odds that I'm kind of starting to like, Alex.
I agree.
I'm starting to like the odds at the Justin Jefferson Rave, guys. Let's rave about it here in the break room.
Yeah, an authentic Rave with the visor, guys. I mean, that's a clean helmet.
That's a different kind of visor, too. I haven't seen that one, Justin Jefferson.
I think it's like the lighting sometimes. It, fluctuates with them.
Jay Jettas, too, was not like much, but a little bit of a late bloomer. He wasn't a star right away in high school. And then actually, like, Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow just have that chemistry because he was actually, oddly enough, the number 2 receiver at LSU.
Yeah, they put him in the slot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, will he translate to an outside receiver? Can he be all over the field? I think he's proven he can.
He has.
Without
He
a
definitely has. We did pull the Kurt Warner helmet also last night, but that was also a clean lid for Kurt Warner. We do have a Kurt Warner replica helmet if you want in those replica helmet series. I think it was just a chemistry thing with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. We see it every single day in the NFL. Those two guys have probably the best quarterback-receiver chemistry, I would say. But Jefferson does make it easy, making guys like Nick Mullins and Dobbs look really good for sure, Alex. Now, here's that Chase, by the way. Chase is still left in this. Mix it up. With everything left except for, I think we only pulled Dwayne Wade, I think Chipper Jones, and I think that's it, Alex. I think it was just and Ozzie Smith. We pulled Ozzie Smith, Dwayne Wade, and Chipper Jones. Everything else is still left in the mix it up. Would you agree Burrow and Chase the best combo today?
Gotta be, right?
I'm trying to think who else would. I mean, like, I guess Kelsey and Mahomes, it's a tight end and a quarterback.
Yeah.
Obviously, Kelsey getting a little bit older. But Burrow and Chase seem to know exactly what they're doing. They're in sync. I'm not talking about Justin Timberlake. In sync, those two.
I mean, kind of an underrated one, I guess it's up there, is Goff and Amon-Ra.
That's a good one.
Every time they need a big play, every time they need that first down, it just works.
That's a good one. I mean, Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown.
I mean,
we have A.J. Brown on that speed flex in that vault break.
Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin.
Scary Terry. Because I think like A.J. Brown was still top 5 in a lot of the categories on a per game basis. had some injuries. Cumulative stats took a hit a little bit because obviously Saquon's season, but you saw it in the Super Bowl. When the Eagles needed a pass play, it was always Jalen Hurts to A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
What's up, Big Case, says Joseph Stewart. Ready for some breaks? That's what's up. Personally, I want to see the Messi jersey, but that's just me. That's what's up. My favorite soccer player and athlete of all time. The reason why I wake up every morning, think about Messi's next soccer game, Alex. That's my wake up every morning. Yeah. I know every game. I watch every game. I've watched like all his games for the last like 20 years, man. And that's why I got that MLS season pass for Inter Miami.
There you go.
$80. I get all the games. I watch exactly 0 other MLS games. Only when Messi's playing. I watch, Alex.
Got to do what you got to do.
Got to do what you got to do. So that's what's up. I want to see the Messi this show. I don't want to wait around longer. I want to see the Messi this show. I would say that's what's up for me personally here in the break room. Lionel Messi is what's up.
1 to go now in that Diamond 4 spot, guys.
All right, so Justin Jefferson is going to be up here soon. Maybe we hit the gritty, Alex, if we get that helmet. The best gritty on staff, Michael Napolitano.
I believe it.
Has an awesome gritty. Does a really good job of gritting, Michael Napolitano does.
Of course he does.
So he has been known to break out once or twice.
Spot taken off in that practice squad double, so the next spot taken, you guys will be in the wheel spin.
We'll do that wheel spin around 445, let's call it 450. We'll do the wheel spin at 450, unless we're like 1 or 2 to go, Alex. So that'll be in about 33 minutes. Give you guys plenty of time to get in that Chase wheel spin list for sure. What are the odds of a pull in the Diamond single? So we have the single up 2 different ways. We have the 4-spot break. It's a 1 in 4 chance at a win here. The one that's 1 to go. I think the other one's bought into, isn't it, Alex?
It is bought into. I think it's Donnie DeHut. He's got the 1 solo spot in there.
So this one's a 1 in 8, but you're paying $96
half the price
instead of $192. The one that's 1 to go, you have a 1 in 4 chance to win. Now it's $192. If you win, obviously all these helmets are worth more than $192. If you win the Jefferson, it's worth more than 4 times that, Alex. So you're definitely getting your money's worth. If you want to see a break right now, I definitely recommend this one, the first down Diamond helmets with that Jay Jettas still lurking on that beautiful Rave Authentic.
Yeah, no matter what helmet comes out, if you win with 1 spot in that, any of the breaks, you'll profit. But a Jefferson Rave with the visor, you'll definitely profit.
And I'll say this is going to be for sure happening this show. We'll be on to minimum 455 based on the wheel spin. Like to stretch it to 5. If we're slow, it could be 455, Alex, but minimum 455. 1 spot to go. That break will happen the next 37 minutes, Alex? Now, obviously, that will happen this show.
And you'll get your name in ×2 for that wheel spin for that 4-spot break.
Correct, because normally it's a single. This is technically a double for that 4
double
spot.
Price point.
Double price point, exactly right.
But better odds.
So that break will happen. I think the double practice squad might happen, 5 to go. Again, get to 3 or less, that break will go. I think the mini break at 3 to go, Alex, that should also happen this show.
Great odds.
So I know you guys are always looking for what's going to happen this show. If for whatever reason something doesn't happen this show, though, now we have a 6 p.m. show.
We do.
Not too far, around the corner. It's 4:19. We'll go to about 5 o'clock Central Time. This show, then about a 1-hour break. And the guys are right back at it at 6 p.m., Alex. Right back at it at 6 is going to be Steven and Dom.
Yeah.
The Cubs and Sox crew. They're on opposite sides of those 2 squads, Steven and Dom. Who is Blue Dimus?
I don't know.
What's your squad? What team do you rep? What makes you wake up as a football, basketball, baseball fan? What gets you excited? What are your sports squads? I know Alex and I are primarily Chicago fans, but I'm a Messi fan, Mizzou fan, as you know, Alex.
Sure.
Warriors, hoping we can win a game tonight. Obviously, we won't with Curry, but those are my favorite teams. What's your favorite non-Chicago team? Do you have a favorite non-Chicago team, Alex? I don't know. I actually don't know the answer to this.
I don't think I know the answer to this. I mean, I'll kind of just go based like each year, like who I like watching.
Okay.
So like right now, I like watching the Pacers.
Okay.
They're a fun team to watch in the playoffs right now. I
Okay,
enjoy watching
that's
the
fair.
Pacers. I honestly have not watched any baseball this year.
Like, do you have an athlete that you love that's not a Chicago athlete?
I love actually the guy in the diamonds, Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson.
I've had him every year in fantasy since he's been in the league.
And he always delivers.
Always delivers.
Jay Jettis on that beautiful rave. One spot to go, guys. Charger and Padre guys. So we actually just pulled a J.K. Dobbins last show, but if you're a Padre guy,
Manny Machado.
we don't have baseball in the room as often. It's a multi-sport mixer. It's got baseball, it's got basketball, and it's got football. But there is a Manny Machado bat who I would say is probably the best Padre. If he's not the best, then it's Tatis Jr. He's in the can't miss as a secondary headliner. Any Chargers in the room? I'm trying to
Chargers-
find Chargers right now that are photoed.
I don't think we have any photoed headliners, but Antonio Gates is a very common filler in the diamonds.
Yes, Gates could be in there.
We have a triple sign that we see quite a bit too. It's Joyner, Fouts,
Winslow
and
and
Winslow.
Fouts.
We get that plenty.
Mizzou made Kellen Winslow.
Yeah, we get Lad McConkey as a filler in the diamonds sometimes as well.
I always say, Alex, there's no such thing as a bad-looking Charger helmet in this
No,
break
not
room.
at
They
all.
all look absolutely stunning. So we got a lot of Chargers for you, my man. Darren Sproles often is a filler hit
Sproles.
as well.
Yeah, if you're looking at the lower end breaks, like a Darren Sproles, you'll see as a filler, a Fouts, a Joyner, a Winslow, a J.K. Dobbins.
So options galore here in the break room. But as far as Padres, Manny Machado, definitely a good one to get. Tatis,
I've seen Dave Winfield.
Tony Gwynn we've had,
Tony
Trevor
Gwynn.
Hoffman. So we do have you covered, my man. We actually have all the football, baseball, and basketball stars out there.
Dylan
Chances
Cease
are
could be a filler.
Dylan C. I doubt that, but it could be.
He could be.
It could be. If it's a big name in sports, we have it in the break room. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
If it's a big name in sports, we have it in the break room.
We have a Tatis out there somewhere, don't we?
A 1-4 secondary
1-4.
headliner.
Boom.
1-4 secondary headliner for Tatis. Padres, aren't the Padres?
Tied in losses. with the
Okay, yeah, I was
Dodgers.
gonna say they were in first, but now the Dodgers are half a game ahead, which it's gonna stink because the Padres might get the second or third best record in the National League and be a wild card.
That's what I don't like about sports personally.
It is weird.
I don't like
Go to
it.
the NBA system for all the playoffs, in my
Yeah.
opinion, Alex.
Yeah.
Go to the NBA system.
I'm also, I mean, if this does end up happening and the Spurs get Giannis, that's like a rumor right now because they got the second pick in the draft.
There's also a Mavericks rumor, to be honest.
It's also
too.
I don't think that one's going to
You
happen.
don't think that one's gonna happen?
They're not giving up the first pick.
Giannis and Wemby.
Giannis and Wemby potentially with De'Aaron Fox, or they would probably maybe have to trade De'Aaron Fox. And maybe they keep the pick. Who knows?
I'll say this: there's not gonna be a lot of paint points allowed.
No, not at all. But I mean, the West would just be so stacked. Mm-hmm. Like, just get rid of conferences.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea either.
Look at why do we love March Madness so much? Because it's just the best teams going at it in a big bracket. Let's just do that for all sports.
I'm not against it. There's your hot take. Hot take rule change, Alex. Hot take rule change,
Get
Alex.
rid of
Here.
conferences.
So got a Barkley authentic looking to add something else to it. There you go.
I know some people have said, then it messes with the travel. These teams have private jets. They have so much money.
The Big Ten doesn't mess with the
no,
travel, right?
exactly. Who cares about the travel? Or I think Bob was like, then you're going to have an East Coast team and West Coast, night games sometimes and all that kind of stuff.
I would say first step is eliminate the wild cards and just see them 1-8 conference-wise. Maybe the next step is what you're suggesting, Alex. Roger Goodell, by the way, we have him on speed dial, so we'll be contacting Roger Goodell and working on that potentially, Alex.
I could even add, this is the hot take. Because of all the talk of the NBA lottery, the NFL will add it in the next 5 years.
Do you think so?
It's just more ratings, more views. They could have a whole night with the lottery. I think they're going to consider it soon.
You want to hear a hot take? I'm not the biggest fan of the lottery.
It's kind of whatever to me too.
Yeah, I don't know. I get it though, because I guess like you don't get the advantage of tanking, I guess, but I don't know.
Maybe if you get the first pick, you can't get it the next year. Like
That's fair.
I think that's fair. And if you're in the lottery, like you can't get a top 5 pick 3 years in a row, something like that. You keep
That's
upping
fair.
Because then it's like eventually you got to find good players and you got to be good.
That's true.
I think that's, fair at some point. I know right now it's kind of been like, I think the team with the worst record hasn't really gotten it too much. But
The Mavericks had the best record, right? Of anyone in the draw, or second best?
Like second or third
Yeah.
best overall.
Yeah.
They moved up the most spots ever. They tied
Yes.
with the Magic. They moved up 10 total spots.
Yes. So crazy. Crazy.
Because you shouldn't reward teams for always being bad consistently.
I agree.
So that kind of gets rid of the tanking in a way. But then I saw a theory where people were like, they're kind of rewarding teams that are in the play-in. Last year,
Yeah.
the Hawks won it. This year, the Mavs won it. So far, the play-in teams are getting it.
Ooh. Is that a conspiracy there?
I wish, because then the Bulls are
doesn't
due.
work for the Bulls, though.
due.
The Bulls are the play-in, like the epitome of
Champions.
make the play-in and lose.
Yes.
That's their thing.
Or win one play-in game and lose the next one to get into the
Yes.
playoffs.
Crazy. 4:26, guys, Central Time. What do you guys think as far as breaks go? Someone just got in. Spencer Callahan, jumping into that practice squad. Thank you, Spence.
That gets it 1 to go for the wheel spin.
1 to go for the wheel spin. So the next spot bought into the practice squad double
Yes.
is automatically in the wheel spin.
Let's get this diamond break closed, though. One
Do you have
spot,
names in
guys.
here? So first 4 spots in any break.
Yeah, those are
Alex
all.
has the names in here. Let's add some more.
Yeah.
What is the license plate? What do you mean the license plate?
We've had a Burt Reynolds license plate before.
Yeah, I don't know which one he's
There's
talking
nothing's
about.
photo.
Though.
That's a Taylor Swift album, if you're looking at that.
Taylor Swift album? I know Den's got to be a Taylor Swift fan, right? Are you a Swiftie, Den?
Everyone better be.
What do we not know about you, Den? I know you're a Swiftie. No, I gotta be a Swiftie. I don't know if you heard what my mom got my fiance for Mother's Day, because and her birthday, actually. It's her birthday / Mother's Day, mostly her birthday. She got her a Taylor Swift book that goes over Taylor Swift's, her entire career, Alex. A Taylor Swift book is what she got her as a present, and she was thrilled. Oh, we believe in breaks. We believe in breaks, then, McKeon. Have you, Ted Lasso? Let me go to this other scene. We believe you guys can knock out some breaks. That's what the believe sign is. Ted Lasso, famous thing you would paint on, the top of the kind of the locker room.
Yeah.
It actually kind of similar, the believe sign, Alex, in many ways, is to what we have in the Speed Flex for the can't miss 1 and 4. The Kyron Williams.
Yeah.
We have the Kyron Williams, Jerome Bettis, play like a champion today.
Boom.
Whether it's play like a champion or believe, we got all the goodies here on that break page for you guys. I'm just waiting for you guys to make those moves. So, Den McKeon, does he believe? The White Sox said in 05, Alex, don't stop believing. And they won. Hold on to that feeling, Alex.
The only time Jerry Reinsdorf has ever won a playoff series is in 2005. He's never won a playoff series otherwise as an owner.
When did he take over?
In the 80s.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Talking about the White Sox owner.
White Sox owner. He's only won a playoff series in 05, and that's it.
Is that right?
Yeah. They've never won a playoff series outside of 2005 since he's been the owner.
They had that 1 year against the Mariners they lost, I remember.
Because Frank Thomas has been to the postseason 4 times, and he never won a playoff series.
Now, was he on the roster but injured, or was that after he left the roster? 05?
I don't.
Does he get a ring technically?
Let's see.
Frank Thomas is in that mix it up, by the way.
Yeah.
I feel like he was on that team, but he didn't play.
He did earn it despite not playing in the postseason due to a foot injury. He only played 34 games that year, but he was awarded a ring.
Like the Anderson Varejao ring.
Yeah.
It's interesting because his baseball references in Wikipedia don't reference World Series champion. So see where they land on that. But makes sense. Frank Thomas. We got the big hurt, guys. That's how good that mix-it-up break is. Frank Thomas is not even a photo headliner.
He bought the White Sox in 1981. And they've only had 1 year where they won a playoff
He's had some
series.
luck with the Bulls.
He had a lot of luck with the Bulls.
Michael Jordan helped, though. Without Michael Jordan, there's no championship in Chicago.
No, and he'd be one of the most hated owners of all time.
Yes.
He's already not very liked, What, you take out MJ?
Not in Chicago, that's for sure. Not liked in Chicago. So, guys, that wheel spin is at 450 in 20 minutes. How do you get in that wheel spin? The first 4 spots in any break, which means that we have 20 minutes to knock out 1 spot in the practice squad double, Alex.
Get it done, guys.
We have 20 minutes to knock out 2 spots in the college, 20 minutes to knock out 3 spots in the diamond single, and then 25 minutes to get a mini break done or that diamond break done. 25 minutes because we're hopping off at 4:55, Alex. If nothing is full, if the mini is like 1 to go, I might give them 5 minutes, but the diamond better be full because it's been 1 to go for quite a bit. 1 spot to go for quite a bit in that 4-spot break. I think they like the 4-spot break.
That's what it seems like.
I know it's $192 a spot. It's the price of a double, but you get the conference, like the North, the South, the East, and the West in either conference.
That's right.
NFC North, NFC South, NFC East, NFC West, AFC North, AFC South, AFC East, and the AFC West is what you're looking for in this break.
It's a really fun thing to do if you're playing with 1 spot.
Yes.
Because then you're going to profit if you win, guaranteed.
Agreed.
Because it's 192 and your odds increase compared to the 1 and 8. Obviously, you're paying half the price for the 1 and 8, but your odds increase so much playing the 4 spot.
And I like that, we talk about Jefferson being left. I think Dom does a good job of saying this, but I think we all do. The Diamonds are a better series because the names are better.
Yes.
You're not going to get somebody you don't know. You're getting either a modern star
or a Hall of Famer
or an all-time legend. You're not going to get a bad name. Really, to be honest with you, everything is headliner worthy of the Diamonds. We just can't put all 30 helmets in the graphic because then it looks bad.
Yeah, like every box in the Diamonds would be a photoed or listed name in the jerseys.
Yes. Or the minis. Yes. So these are all good hits. I say a 1 in 6 chance at Jefferson, but I say a 6 in 6 chance the next box that comes out is really good in the first down Diamonds.
Yeah. I mean, a full-size authentic alone is worth more than the 1 spot.
And the guys that are looking for speed flexes, we have 5 speed flexes in 30 boxes of the new vault, 31 boxes with the old vault, counted in. Bo Jackson, Brock Bowers, Michael Strahan, Barry Sanders, and A.J. Brown, Alex. All 5 speed flexes are still available. 1 in 6 chance at a speed flex in that vault series. The best of the best players, some of the best athletes. Bo Jackson, Jamar Chase, Barry Sanders. I mean, imagine putting those guys together on a relay team for speed. Good luck. Good luck. Put Michael Strahan on your shot put team, and you got a track and field roster, right?
There you go.
So Urlacher could actually keep up with a lot of these guys.
It was a safety.
Probably like the fastest linebacker, at least game speed I can remember.
At least of his era.
Do you remember a faster guy than him?
I can't think of one. Not really during his era. I know there's a lot of fast linebackers now because that's where they're kind of transitioning to.
Because of Urlacher. He put the tone out there. Because he could stop the running backs with ease, the tight ends with ease. Because he was a safety in college.
Yeah.
He played safety, linebacker, receiver, kick returner, punt returner, tight end. He played everywhere. He was an athlete. That was his position in college. Athlete. Brian Urlacher. I love the Hydro, too. I know it's not a speed flex.
Oh, but that's a nice
But that Hydro, the orange with the blue ink, that's a very, very clean lid in this Vault series. All of these are authentics, too, Alex, except for Bob Greasy and Warren Moon, the only replicas in the Vault.
Mr. Moon.
Could have a mooning this show, Alex.
Could have one.
I would love to moon somebody. Yeah, Warren Moon in the college, Warren Moon in the minis, Warren Moon in the vault. We got to get at least one mooning. I think the mini mooning is very possible.
Yeah.
7 boxes left. 2 come out in that double. That's a 2 in 7 chance at a mooning if we get this mini double knocked out. 3 spots left. You guys got till 4:55 to knock that out. 4:50 for the Chase wheel spin, ladies and gents here. So play action mini helmets. What do you think, Alex, is... I mean, I guess Messi is still the one we most want to see.
Yep.
What's the second most one you want to see in the room?
It might be the Brock Bowers now.
Brock Bowers?
Brock Bowers is really clean, really good. I mean, if you're looking at the 1 and 4, I think the Kyron and Jerome Bettis. But if we're looking at that vault, Brock Bowers, man. Brock Bowers was great in college. Probably should have got drafted higher. Didn't.
He should have. 13th, I think.
I think he was just the best overall pass catcher coming out.
He was.
I mean, I know obviously Neighbors is really good. Marvin Harrison is really good. But you look at all the best teams in the league, what do they have? They got a great tight end.
They do.
I think the Commanders are like the only one that didn't really have a Pro Bowl tight end.
Zach Ertz is good.
But Zach Ertz used to be a Pro Bowl tight end.
Yeah, he's good.
Because you look at the Lions, they had Laporta, who's considered pretty good. The Ravens had Mark Andrews. The Chiefs have Travis Kelce. The 49ers, I know they weren't good this year, but the years before, they got Kittle.
Kittle also in the series, by the way.
All these great teams nowadays, they got these great tight ends. Brock Bowers is one of them.
Taylor Swift in the 1 and 4.
That's great,
They asked Brock Bowers, what do you think about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce dating? He said it's good for the tight end position.
There you
Alex.
go, see?
Have you heard Ricky Whitmer's theory if you watched the show last night?
What is that?
So there's a theory where the last few wrestling main events have been in a city and the team has made the playoffs the next year. So it was like Philadelphia, Eagles won the Super Bowl. I think it was like the Chargers made the playoffs. So the theory, Ricky's gonna...
Are they coming to Chicago?
God, I hope so. Please, come hurry up. So the last WrestleMania was at the Raiders field. And the theory that Ricky has is the Raiders will make the playoffs because of the WrestleMania theory.
Let's see, WrestleMania locations.
Yeah. When is one coming to Chicago, Alex?
2025?
Allegiant Stadium.
Yep.
Yeah. Where's the 2026 WrestleMania? Does it say?
Caesar Superdome.
Is that the Saints?
I think it's the Saints.
And there's not a chance they're making the playoffs.
No. And after
They
that,
have that quarterback out of Louisville now.
and then 2027, it's supposed to be Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, they're not making the playoffs either. So this theory is really getting tested.
3 years down the line, Tennessee might.
So what do you guys think? This Brock Bowers, this is, by the way, this is a Raider helmet. The iconic Raider fans, I think this is an Oakland Raider helmet. I know it's Las Vegas Raiders, but this has got the vibes of the Oakland Raider fans. Back when that, their football stadium was the A Stadium. It was the dirt infield. The Oakland fans going crazy.
The one Bo Jackson was running on, right?
So yeah, Bo Jackson in the series. So that's a lid right there, man. That's a lid, Brock Bowers. And keep in mind, we say this a lot, Alex. Very first box often, 1 and 4 first box. It was the Patrick Mahomes in the very first box.
Brock Bowers, too, also had the best receiving season ever by a tight end as a rookie. And he did that with Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah.
Geno Smith is a massive upgrade.
Much better.
And I'm not even saying Geno Smith is a top 5 quarterback or anything. I think he's a little bit underrated.
He's about average, I would say.
But yeah, he's in the 15-ish range right around there. But at his best, he could play 10-ish.
I think the Raiders quarterback room was bottom 3 in the NFL.
Without a doubt. It was Gardner
No doubt
Minshew
about
and Aiden
that.
O'Connell, 2 okay backups.
Yes.
Now they got Geno Smith, who's a middle of the
pack.
Middle of the pack guy.
And they got a good coach in Pete Carroll.
And Pete Carroll as well.
So Brock Bowers probably only going to get better. Probably only going to get better this year, which, what does that mean? Autograph value goes up.
Yeah.
Autograph value goes up. Speaking of, Kirk Cousins was really good for a little while. I will say Kirk Cousins was really good for a little while, but Justin Jefferson made Sam Darnold look really good.
Yeah.
That's a guy that makes his quarterbacks look good. Imagine if he gets J.J. McCarthy ends up being a superstar.
Yeah, if he's as good as the rest of his class, because the rest of his class all looks good.
A really good class. Bo Nix, also part of that class. He's in that vault series. Did pull him in the series already. Caleb Williams, really solid. I think we're looking for big things from him. Yeah. Jaden Daniels had a great year.
Great year.
Drake May, they had a good draft, the Patriots did. Yeah. So we'll see. When does the bootleg break happen today? So
as soon as it closes up.
Spenny Hardaway. We did a bootleg single this show already. The bootleg happens whenever it closes out. Where is Spenny in? The single or the double, Alex?
I don't know which one.
Spenny Hardaway.
Well, we did do the single.
Is that Penny Hardaway?
Might be.
Is that his burner? 5 to go in the double, Alex.
I don't know.
49.
I don't know who his actual name is under, but we did do that single, which the Drew Brees came out in.
Well, what's your name, Spenny Hardaway? Is that your actual name?
And then that double's 5 to go.
Maybe it's Michael McNamara.
I'm wondering if he's Spencer Callahan, who just got into that double.
Ah, Spencer Callahan, maybe? Spencer. Well, the double is 5 to go.
That is correct.
Best case scenario, Spencer, it happens in the next 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario happens during the 6 p.m. show. 6 p.m., it varies week to week, show to show. There's no guarantee ever in this break room. We know that, Alex. But typically, the 6 p.m. show is the busiest show of the night. It's the primetime show. Given that it's 5 spots to go, I will tell you this will break during the 6 p.m. show, if not our show, in the next 20 minutes.
Yeah.
By the way, a lot of good stuff in this practice squad. 5 to go. We have the best safety ever, arguably, Ed Reed. We have a top 10 receiver in Steve Smith Sr., arguably a top 10 receiver, Michael Irvin, top 5 running back, Emmitt Smith, maybe a top 5 prime pass rusher, J.J. Watt, Aiden Hutchinson, top 5 pass rusher at the moment, Marshall Faulk, a top 10 running back ever, Terrell Revis, probably a top 5 corner, and a great defensive player in James Harrison. Common, you better give Dom a hug before you leave because you won't see him again until next week. I will be sure to do that, Charles, 100%. Charles loves Dom and I.
He does.
Our relationship. He's a fan. I will, Charles. Don't worry. Emmett, the top 1, says Spenny Hardaway.
Must be a Cowboys fan.
So Spenny's in the right break. Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin. I mean, I did mention longevity, and he has the most rushing yards ever.
Yeah.
My personal running backs, best of all time. I mentioned Barry Sanders in the vault. On a speed flex, he's my number 1. Jim Brown's my number 2. My number 3 is Walter Payton. Then I actually have a 3-way tie for 4th, Alex. That 3-way tie is Emmitt Smith, Adrian Peterson, and LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah.
I think those are my top 6 running backs ever. Maybe in that 7-8 spot, Marshall Faulk and Eric Dickerson, by the way. Eric Dickerson also available.
He's underrated.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's 9th all-time in rushing yards.
He's got still the single season rushing record for just a single season, and then he's also got it as a rookie.
Yes.
No one's done both.
So we have Dickerson, Faulk, we have Emmitt Smith and Barry Sanders, 4 top 10 running backs ever, both available, all available actually in the break room as we speak. So whoop whoop cheers, peeps. Hope all is well, says Jacom. I'm doing good, Jacom. We'll be doing a little bit better if we're doing more breaks, but there's obviously plenty of time to turn that narrative around here in the break room. Plenty of time.
The one argument I will give Emmitt Smith is, the narrative always is, if Barry Sanders had that line, imagine what he would have done. What else more did you want Emmitt Smith to do? He's the all-time leading rusher.
Yeah, he did.
There's nothing more he could have done.
He did a lot. I mean, he had a lot of really, really good years, too. I'm looking at his football reference, Alex. 1563 rushing yards, 1713, 1486, 1484, 1773,
25 touchdowns.
1200. I mean, 25, 21 touchdowns. He's got a league MVP. He's got a Super Bowl MVP. He was 3rd twice in MVP voting.
Yeah.
18,355 rushing yards. I mean, there is 17 games, but it is a passing league. I'm not sure if this record ever gets broken, the 18,000.
Seems like a passing league. Last year it was a rushing league.
Saquon did go off, but
the year of running the ball was kind of back.
18,000 though, Alex. 18,000 plus rushing yards. That's going to be very, very tough to beat for Emmitt Smith.
I mean, we almost had 2 2,000-yard rushers this last year.
Yeah, Saquon and Henry, right?
Yeah, Henry was 82.
Henry's the one that has an outside chance, but he really has to stay healthy.
Out of all the current running backs, too, there's like 5 guys that have, one season above 1,500 yards. Derrick Henry is 4.
Yeah. Derrick Henry is Derrick Henry.
I don't even think Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith has only 3 above 1,500.
Well, yeah, because he had 1484.
Yeah, very close.
And
twice.
1486, Alex, which is very, very close. But I think for him, I mean, it's like 16, 16, 16, 14, 15. Missed a couple games. 16, 16, 16, 16, 15, 16, 14, 16, 10, 15. Like, that's what you got to do to break the record. You got to play all the games, right? You can't get injured. To break his record, you got to stay healthy, and you got to be really good for, 15 years is what he played. So that's a lot of things going your way to get that record for Emmitt Smith. So Derrick Henry's probably the one guy, but I would probably say he'll finish a little bit outside his records. There could be a running back we just don't know about yet, though, Alex. There always is. They do say records are meant to be broken. Yeah. But I don't know if we see that record fall.
Derrick Henry is going to have to play about bare minimum 5, more likely 6 seasons to pass Emmitt Smith. He's got 3 years on his contract. I don't know.
I don't think so, Alex.
I think he'll get to 2.
Let's see, NFL all-time rushing leaders.
As long as he doesn't get hurt and miss like a lot of games one year.
Well, let's see here. So 18,000 for Emmitt. Walters at 16. Frank Gore at 16. Barry at 15. Although, look at Barry, man. I think he played 10 years, Alex. Barry Sanders. 10 years. Emmitt Smith played, was it 15 years? So that's crazy. So we got, it was actually 15. 15 years for Emmitt. Derrick Henry, 11,423. So he needs to get about 7,000 rush yards to break the record.
That's what I said. If he has 5 really dominant seasons, maybe, but more likely it's going to be 6.
He's 31. He is defying odds.
Yeah, because, coming off a 1,900-yard season, if he does that again, then we might really be talking.
We forgot how good he was because of Saquon. 1,900 rush yards, right?
He's got 3 years with the Ravens. Let's say he averages, it's going to be hard to put up 1,900, but I don't know. Averages 1,600, 1,500 a season?
Realistically, you can average 1,500 and put up about 4,500.
You take off 3,500 or 4,500, yeah.
So he would need another
2,400. 2 more years after that. It would be close. It would be close.
One injury and he's done, though.
That's the thing.
If he misses even like 6 or 7 games.
Because that doesn't include postseason.
Yes, does not include postseason.
That 2021 season, if he would have played that full year, we'd really be talking.
937 in 8 games. 8 games. Oh,
because you would have doubled that.
Oh, man.
Because then he'd be 6,000 away. And he could really do it.
Well, and the Ravens, too, I know they're more of a run team, but Lamar's passing more, and Lamar runs as well.
Yeah, so it lightens up the boxes. He's not taking as much of a beating, even though he's having a lot of carries.
But he's not getting as many carries, maybe. We'll see. I would still lean Emmitt Smith just because, I'll put it this way, a lot has to go right for Derrick Henry.
Well, he still had 325 carries.
I think Henry could be second. 16,000 is possible. 18,000.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Bare minimum, I could definitely see him getting second.
I don't know. We're running that wheel spin in 2 minutes, guys.
We did get that diamond closed up thanks to Brian.
Actually, diamond first, then the wheel spin. Thank you, Brian. Diamond single. Go ahead and drop me a box number.
The 4-spotter.
Let's see a diamond, says Brian. This is probably the last break of the show, unless something. I'll do a very, very quick top to bottom rundown after we do the wheel spin, but probably the last break of the show, unless something pops off immediately. Alex, Austin Vellucci, welcome Austin, new guy in the break room. Roman Salazar, Rob Burnett, and Brian Maresca. Hopefully lucky number 6, says Brian. 6 works. We'll get 6 off the ticker. Actually, I'll do the rundown real fast right now. Real quick rundown, diamond break, wheel spin, then if we're not close, Alex, we're done for the show. If you guys get some orders after the rundown, we can keep going for a little while longer. So 6 boxes left in the diamonds, about to be 5. Justin Jefferson Rave, the big helmet left in that break. Vault, we have 1 box left in the old series in the pairing. That is the Phil Simms. We have everything left in the new series, including 5 flexes, Strahan, Sanders, Brown, Bowers, and Bo Jackson, all available. Multi-sport, mix it up. Everything is left except for the D Wade, the Ozzie Smith, and I believe we pulled. That's it, actually. Chipper Jones. So
Chipper Jones.
Marino, Ortiz, Irving, Bears jersey, Shaq, KG, Jamar Chase, and Steve Young. Authentics left. 11 and 20 chance at a headliner. It's a 15 and 20 chance in the 1 and 4. Photo names include Trae Young, Ric Flair, the Bettison, Kyron Williams, Speed Flex, Manny Ramirez, John Smoltz, Taylor Swift, Lionel Messi, Russell Wilson, and Kareem. 6 secondary headliners, Donald Smith and Tatis, plus Paul Pierce, Iverson, and Chuck Norris. Practice squad, I mentioned this earlier. I think it's an 11 in 20 chance at a headliner in the practice squad. That includes Ed Reed, Steve Smith, Michael Irvin, all authentics. Aiden Hutchinson, Marshall Faulk, Darrelle Revis, and James Harrison, plus DJJ Watt, Mini, and Emmitt Smith football, plus secondary headliners Warren Sapp and Steve McMichael. College has 8 boxes left. Headliners left include C.G. Lamb, Steve Smith, 4 secondary, Tim Brown, LaShawn McCoy, Hines Ward, and Warren Moon. Jerseys got Brett Favre left and Roger Staubach. And if there's one other break we'll do this show, it'll probably be this one. 7 minis left, 5 headliners left. Champ Bailey, Jim Kelly, Eric Dickerson, Warren Moon, and the secondary, Aaron Jones. So that's your rundown, guys. Diamond break coming up. Then we have the Chase Wheel Spin. I'll go ahead and give them until 5 o'clock, Alex. If nothing is full or close by 5, we'll leave it for the guys at 6 p.m. If we're like 1 to go in the minis, we'll stay on and break it. Otherwise, if we're still 3 or more to go or 2 or more to go, we'll hop off at 5 o'clock. So, diamond break, wheel spin, hits of the show, and then we get out of here unless breaks are full or like 1 spot to go. That mix it up is awesome, says Jacom. I agree, Jacom.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't agree more, my man. It is very cool. All right, 6 clicks. 5 and 6. 6 clicks. It is Rob Burnett up top. Dice roll was 6. I know it was 6 because we reviewed the footage, Alex. So 6 on the dice roll. NFC North and AFC North is Rob Burnett. Brian Maresca, NFC and AFC South. Ramon Salazar, NFC East, AFC East. And Austin Vellucci, you've got the 2 West spots. Good luck, guys. Let's see if it's time for Justin Jefferson, perhaps. 1 in 6 chance at the Jettas Rave, Alex. We do have a full-size authentic coming up. Full-size authentic. We have a way of Beetlejuicing things. It's not the Jefferson, but we're talking about Derrick Henry and the Ravens. Here's a North hit, Rob Burnett. Zay Flowers.
Better get your girlfriend some.
That's right. Oh, I got her plenty this
There you
week.
go.
Don't worry, Alex. Mother's Day and birthday flowers. Very nice camo authentic. Rob Burnett in the North spot. Love Zay Flowers. Lamar Jackson is getting better and better every single year at passing the ball. Zay Flowers is young. He's the #1 receiver. He's going to be really good for years to come.
Oh, yeah.
So, beautiful Raven helmet.
A camo.
The and more section, too. Not a headliner, Alex. Zay Flowers. That-a-boy Rob. That-a-boy Rob. Very, very nice on the Zay Flowers authentic.
Very nice.
I'll get that one written up here. And let's do that wheel spin.
That works.
Wheel spin coming up. First 4 spots in all the breaks. Actually, these people got in this one too, right?
Yeah, ×2.
×2. Thank you, Alex. Spun a 95 earlier today, by the way.
Yeah, beat Collins 1.
Yeah, eat it, Colin. What are you going to do now, Mr. Rudisil?
1.
What are you going to do now, Colin? All right, 6 times. Top name getting a Chase wheel spin and an ultimate autograph gift card here. 5 clicks. And 6. It is Brian Maresca.
Nice. Was that the last
Closer
spot?
magic.
It was.
How about that, Bri?
Woo.
Did not win the helmet, but you are getting a wheel spin. Let us know what number you want to start on, sir. Otherwise, we'll start you on 1.
18 for Caleb Bryant.
He's a Bears fan. He knows he's got good taste. And maybe uses this gift card, gets in the mix it up, gets the triple sign Bear jersey, maybe gets the Urlacher in the vault. Second time, he says, on the wheel spin. All right, what number would you like, Bri? I say either start on 1 or 18 for Caleb. Those are the options, unless you got something else in mind. Great job, Brian. Well earned, my man. He says, roll it. Let's roll it. I'm going to
say 54.
For Urlacher.
That's right.
I'm going to go 91 for Tommy Harris.
Tommy Harris.
Let's
There we
go.
How about 87, Luther Burden?
Luther Burden, I'm good with that.
Should have stuck with
Oh,
54.
you're really close, Alex. 52.
That's Singletary?
50 Singletary.
50.
51 is Butkus.
51.
52 is this.
52 is Brian Maresca.
Brian Maresca's 52. Hey, better than average, Brian.
Yeah.
$52 gift card. Definitely a good amount. Bonus money for the breaks. Get your spots, Brian. $52 gift card.
There you go.
Not bad. All right. Tom Brady obviously was the bonus prize.
Correct.
I'm going to go Drew Brees here to the show. I know
got
it's
to.
a replica.
Respect the reps.
Respect the reps and respect Drew Brees.
That's right.
This is one of the best quarterbacks of all time, arguably top 5. I guess it's not a super hot take, but because it is Hot Take Wednesday, top 5 quarterback of all time. Drew Brees, hit of the show. And then second best hit is the Zay Flowers Ravens Authentic. Kind of hard to argue with that order, huh?
Yeah, no, I can't really argue with it.
So there you go. I'll take it. First one was 91, says Brian. So every time you win a wheel spin, Brian, you win a good number. Definitely a better than average wheel spin guy, Mr. Brian Maresca. All right, Alex, I'll get your final thoughts on this Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, we got about halfway in a lot of breaks. So we're really moving here now. Should be a busy night show. We got plenty of good stuff to, run through, go through. We got good backups for you guys as soon as you close them out. Just keep it moving, keep it rolling. And we'll have a fun night tonight.
Agreed. Should be fun with Dom and Steven.
Always.
You're back on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It's going to be Alex and I think it's Colin. He always takes vacations. It's hard to keep up.
I think so.
I think it's Colin on Tuesday for a good old NASCAR Tuesday for you gentlemen. I'll be back tomorrow at 6 on Thursday night. Usually Thursday and Friday night are the 2 busiest shows of the week, so could be a busy night tomorrow. I think I'm working with Mike tomorrow.
There you go.
Dom's going to a wedding this weekend, guys.
Mike.
He is in tonight, but going to a wedding. So Friday, by the way, Alex, I've never worked with Nick Johnston. Nick is filling in for Dom on Friday.
There you go.
Yeah, so first time working with Nick. I think there's only 3 guys on staff I've never worked with. Technically, I've worked with all of them in training. So technically I have because they've virtually been the producer. But on a schedule shift, I think I haven't worked with Chinmay, Nick, and I think it's Rip, but I might have worked with Rip once. Now I'm losing my mind.
I feel like you might have actually worked with Chinmay.
Have I?
I feel like he filled in early on
Maybe.
for somebody. Maybe not.
But that's why I'm getting the training mixed up.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love all the guys on staff, so I love getting a chance to work with all the different personalities we have. It's good to mix it up. So that'll do it for us for the 3 p.m. hour. Alex, thank you. Great job co-hosting, producing, as always. Best of job to the customers, the best customers in the business.
But they are.
Not the best job I've seen, but a decent job. We could do better, but decent job.
Hey, make it up at the night.
You can make it up tonight, make it up to me tomorrow night as well. But do appreciate you guys watching, chatting, buying. You guys make the show possible. You guys make the show special. You guys are the absolute best. So no volleyball tonight.
No volleyball.
Date night. Italian dinner. So hopefully I win some bets because it's gonna cost some money, Alex. But it'll be a lot of fun. Have a great night, guys. 9, 12, 3, and 6 p.m. Central Time on the Ultimate Autographs YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook channels every single day. Get those break spots on ultimateautographs.com. Have a great night, guys, and we'll see you soon.